It's 8:30 a.m.
We didn't eat yet. I don't eat at all. Well, except for breakfast at school.
The commute to school for Jonathan and Shia-Lise is just a short bike ride around the corner. But first, they need to make it down the elevator.
Mom, it's Pete. Because it is. I see bikes. I see people making noise. I see guns. Same boring life.
As they bike through the Trumbull Gardens housing projects in North Bridgeport, Connecticut, cafeteria workers at Wilbur Cross Elementary are already at work, delivering breakfast to every classroom. It's a change the district made a few years ago. Maura O'Malley is the director of the Bridgeport Nutrition Center. You have started serving breakfast to kids in school, in the classroom,
Yes.
to make sure they come.
Cross School was our very first pilot school, and we offered breakfast in the classroom, and we saw that our participation went from 30% a day to 90% a day.
Poverty levels are so high in this city that every public school student is allowed both a free breakfast and a free lunch.
We found that our breakfast participation was the highest on Fridays and Mondays.
Why?
Because I do believe that there's food insecurity at home.
That means those children are not getting enough to eat over the weekend.
There are children who will say, can I get extra? We don't have food at home. Or you'll see them putting things in book bags, little cups of applesauce, so they can take it home. And sometimes they'll say, it's for my little sister.
Make sure you're underlining. Some of my students will come in and they clearly haven't eaten, and you can see that they're agitated, and then they're tired and they're putting their head down, and then they want to talk to somebody next to them. Their grades and their ability to focus kind of plummet when they're not having adequate nutrition.
Study after study shows that eating breakfast at school increases concentration, comprehension, and performance on standardized tests. Nadia Ward is a psychologist at Yale University. She works on education policy for disadvantaged youth.
It's basically Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If their basic needs aren't met, they can't thrive. And if we want young people to be engaged in the schooling process, they need to come ready. And part of coming ready is being fed.
You do have a quiz tomorrow, so this is your opportunity to make sure that you're going over your vocab words. Once they feel that they're in a place where they are getting their needs met, then they're willing to take more risks academically.
I like the food at school. I'll eat anything. Banana bread. I only had 3, that's it. Just 3, but I was hungry.
He is the smartest kid in the 6th grade. When he is on point, he is the smartest kid. He is polite, he is helpful. He's literally the first in all of the testing.
I like math because it teaches you a lot of things and it follows you everywhere you go.
But there are behavioral issues too.
People pick fights with me and I kind of give them what they want. Fights, arguments.
Food is a one piece, but what if there are other compounding challenges that that young person is bringing to school with them, in addition to being hungry? We know that girls are more internalizing when they're struggling with things, how they address issues, and boys are more externalizing in behavior. So with a young man, that might be kind of an explosion, words exchanged with teacher, and kicked out of classroom.
But eating breakfast in the classroom setting can be calming.
If they have breakfast in the cafeteria, it's another transition. There's more kids, there's more noise. It could be overstimulating for some kids, which could in turn set them off to not have a good day. Where if it's in the classroom, you can kind of relax a little bit, you can have your breakfast, you can talk about current events.
And in this neighborhood, those events can be heavy for anyone, let alone a 12-year-old.
It was around my building area. And they pulled out a gun and blap. I felt a little sad. I got friends here. But if there's somewhere better where I can move to, I would take that chance.
It's a pretty high crime area, so the students, they see things that I would never even dream of seeing.
If there's a traumatic situation going on at home, could definitely impact how a kid acts, and a lot of kids have difficulty talking about it. Breakfast in the classroom, it's more intimate, like you can have that conversation with the student. It is like being around the dinner table.